Welcome to all of us to our International Symposium. This is the official opening of our project, of our multilateral Comenius project, Architeaching. And we are very sorry that our partner from Portugal didn't arrive yet because of the weather. They are in the train to Vaslui, and they will be here directly at 1 o'clock. Probably they will be together with us. But we can start the activity from today without them. And I will ask my principal, the principal of the coordinating institution, Mr. Gheorghe Cârja, to say a message to you, a welcome message. I will translate.
Încă o dată bine ați venit la Vaslui și bine ați venit în liceul nostru.
One more time, welcome to Vaslui, welcome to our high school.
Am spus încă o dată pentru că deja cu partenerii noștri din străinătate ne-am întâlnit.
I said one more time because we already met with our partners from abroad.
Inițial, când am văzut titlul acestui proiect, am crezut că nu va avea nicio șansă, având în vedere ambițiile care mie mi s-au părut exagerate.
When I saw for the first time the title of the project, I thought that its ambitions are a little exaggerated.
Dar după ce s-au comunicat rezultatul,
but after the result was announced,
și am văzut că acesta a fost aprobat,
and I saw it was approved,
mi-am dat seama că este momentul să facem mai mult decât se vede în mod uzual.
I realized that it's time to go working more than usual.
Vă felicit pentru că faceți parte cu toții din acest proiect, că v-ați angrenat în acest proiect.
I congratulate you all because you are a part of the big team of the project, of this project.
Și nu-mi rămâne decât să doresc ca finalizarea lui să se facă cu succes.
And all that I wish you is that you succeed, you finish very good your project.
Sunt convins că toată lumea își va aduce contribuția și va avea ceva de învățat din el.
I'm convinced that everybody will have a contribution and will have something to learn from this project.
Încă o dată, mult succes!
One more time, big success.
Good luck.
I will start as usual by telling you that I'm not an English teacher, so it's a torture for me to speak so much English and to use English on every time at every project for a long period. But this is my destiny probably, and I go on. It's not a choice. It's compulsory. So for today we prepared for this international symposium a few presentations. But before we start, we ask our officials to speak with us, to address some words from an official point of view. We are waiting for the mayor of the town, or the vice mayor. We will see who will come here to speak with us. Don't forget that tomorrow we will visit the city hall, the town city hall of Vaslui, and we will be received by the mayor of the town too. So we have strong relations with the local community through this project, and as you see, Vaslui is rebuilt now, so probably the mayor will have a lot of things to do connected with the architecture, the theme of our project. We will continue by inviting here Miss Landiana Mihnevich.
Thank you.
Yes, she's our colleague from the school. She's a teacher of French and geography at Mihail Kogãlniceanu High School, but she is also an inspector of European projects at the school inspectorate, departmental school inspectorate from Vaslui.
Thank you, Alexandru. I'm a teacher of French, so my English is not very good, but I'll try. I want to wish you welcome in Romania and in Vaslui. I want to thank you to be involved in this project. I think it is very, very important to speak about the architecture, not only about building, but the architecture, for example, of the cooperation, because the result of this cooperation is a network of schools all over Europe. And we started this architecture of the European cooperation, I think in 2000, with 3 schools, only 3 schools. Your coordinator school, the theoretical high school Mihail Kogãlniceanu, an economical college, Angel Rugina, from Vaslui, and the industrial school group, Ștefan Procopiu. 3 high schools at the beginning of the European cooperation. Now, we are involved in many projects during 11 years of work together, and we are in the first place in Romania concerning the number of projects, 200 schools. It's the statistics of the National Agency of Community Projects, which I'm representing in the territory. I don't say anymore. I wish you good luck and to have a very, very good project meeting. And maybe see you again. Good luck. Thank you.
It's in front of big people, but now I consider that it's a moment, it's a right moment to have a short speech concerning this project and the motivation of doing this project. Welcome, newcomers in European projects, to the first international reunion of the Comenius project Architeaching. Congratulations for your choice, and I promise that this very new story of your life will not disappoint you. Welcome back, old and very good partners. The complexity of this very new project needs your experience, your seriousness, your capacity to make the dreams come true. I will start my short speech by a confession. The need of this project was at the beginning a very personal issue. First of all, because this word project accompanied me all my lifetime when I was a child. Then after, when I was a youngster, my mother worked as an architect. She was creating projects, she was composing projects, she was talking projects all the time. I saw her building virtual cities, beautiful houses. I met very interesting people in my life, the architects, who seemed to me at that age the most extraordinary, the smartest, practicing the more difficult but the more beautiful job in the world. I loved very much to see how they designed beautiful houses, blocks, districts, how these drawings became at first models included in miniature worlds. I was admiring so much, figuring how much I would play with them if I had been allowed to. Because of my passion for the French language, I decided, when I had to choose, in a dramatically changing world, to study French language at university, to become a teacher. I couldn't be a film director or an architect. Times were so difficult and more strict because of the changing of the regime. I am a teacher since I finished my university, and I completed my studies with a master's degree in economic sciences. I like to think about my teaching career that I had my little contribution to the intellectual development of my peoples. No need to give you more details about this now. The fact is, when idealized the world of childhood and the other one of the adolescence has finished, all that I knew and all that I met concerning architecture has disappeared. New cities were not built anymore. Architects I knew have left Vaslui. The Architecture Institute of Vaslui, the youngest of the country, was in an infamous way bankrupted and has gone forever, or for a while, or for a long time, who knows. My mother lost her 25 years job, and this was the end of my beautiful love story with architecture. In that empty place, this missing left to me, a kind of waiting room appeared. This new middle age began with the very bad, ugly faces, inhuman behavior directed against the peoples. My waiting room started to fill in with the need of organizing, with the necessity of clarifying, with the need of establishing new links, which replaced my broken connection with the lost treasure of architecture. New horizons are about to appear. Maybe a new world is about to be born, who knows? But I am sure that something will happen. And architecture is the only visionary field that helps to concentrate the skills, to focus on a kind of vision, to concertize all that we know about languages, about sciences, about building, to open the gates to the future. We can't imagine here systems, we can't demolish them, but we can, little by little, scratch these tall walls that restrict our freedom to foreshadow the world where we will live tomorrow. We will be initiated, we will be prepared for this future world. And this will be thanks to Architeaching. And now it's the turn to Mihail from our coordinating institution to present you Romania from a spiritual point of view.
So many foreigner guests here, and because many of these foreigner guests are for the first time in Romania, I thought it proper to show you some of the things we, the Romanians, are very proud of. So please watch a 5-minute movie about this.
There are some countries without which the world would have a completely different face than the one we know today. I mean, we can all imagine how the world would be without the USA, Great Britain, or Italy. A world without hamburgers, corporations, the UN, tea-based rituals, big clocks named Ben, pizza, pasta, romantic songs, and why not picturesque mob movies. The list could go on forever, but we have just one question. How many of you have tried to think of a world without Romania? For those of you who haven't, take a good look onward. To begin with, try to imagine writing your entire life with only a pencil. Not so convenient, is it? In case you didn't know, and we're sure you didn't, the fountain pen was invented by a Romanian professor named Petrache Coinaru. His invention was patented by the French government in May 1827. Dr. Stefan Odobleja, another illustrious Romanian scientist, is renowned as the father of cybernetics. Practically, he's the inventor of modern cybernetics, and the first to state that cybernetics originates in psychology. Nicolae Paulescu, a Romanian physiologist, invented insulin. A very controversial invention initially, and very much disregarded. Only 50 years later, after two Canadians received a Nobel for the same invention, was Nicolae Paulescu's precedence finally recognized, and he was rightfully acknowledged as the true inventor of insulin. As in the 20th century, time was the key word for solving anything. The jet plane, invented by Henry Coanda, was one of the most revolutionary inventions ever. Without him, the jet plane would probably have been invented much later. Without a Romanian gymnast, the computers wouldn't have had the possibility to learn to display a perfect 10. Nadia Comenius got the first 10 in the history of gymnastics in Montreal, 1976. Imagine Bram Stoker trying to find a count in order to write his bestseller, and Hollywood craving for a vampire to put him on the big screen. So they would all have to thank Vlad Tepes, the Romanian medieval ruler who had the bad luck of becoming the bloodthirsty demon of modern times. Probably a long time would have passed until someone may have thought of writing a complete history of religions. Mircea Eliade was the first in the world to do it. All around the world, nobody would have thought of mocking a serious matter like death. Natively creative, the Romanians have their own way of dealing with it by laughing in its face. We are the first nation to have a happy graveyard, renowned for its storytelling funeral plates. Unless UEFA had approved a 1-meter-wide goal, nobody would have been able to defend 4 penalty strikes in a row. This performance by Romanian goalkeeper Helmut Ducadam granted Steaua Bucharest the Champions Cup in 1986. Hey, Mr. Bill Gates, we want to congratulate you for being the richest man in the world. But let's put it this way, you owe us big time.
Money. Money makes the world go round, the world.
The second spoken language in your company is Romanian. Repeat after me. Mulțumesc. Thank you, that is. But let's move on to other gates. More pleasant ones this time. The gates in Maramureș are unique in the world for their architecture, so take a glimpse. Fellas, it's time to get serious and talk about women. And take our word for it, we have the most beautiful on God's green earth. Frankly, without trying to offend anyone, we can't for 1 second imagine a world without our wonderful women. Sorry. If we're good at one thing, it's having a good time. Gastronomically speaking, we are the proud owners of the most mouth-pleasing dishes in the world. And if you try these, we kindly recommend you to feast your senses on our world-renowned wines with a history of centuries. The history of art would have been many pages thinner without the contribution of such a great sculptor as Brancusi. Brancusi did much to encourage a revival of carving and great respect for an artist's materials. Brancusi's sculptures are rightly now considered to be the work of a modern master. Romanians found the most vibrant blue color in the world. It is renowned worldwide, and nobody's been able to find out the exact combination used for obtaining it. It's called Voronezh Blue from the well-renowned Moldavian monastery. Another great Romanian contribution to architecture is the Brâncovenesque style, a unique style renowned worldwide. Americans have one thing to thank us for, their national sport. Because while other people were chasing wild goats in order to constitute a national sport, Romanians invented the godfather of baseball. A sort of baseball, that is, called the Wina, which was first attested to in 1364. Last but not least, we have to admit that all the great minds behind all these achievements owe a great deal to the one thing that binds us all. That very special thing that relishes us, that makes us get new friends, that comes with us to football matches, that likes to stay with us at family reunions, that likes Christmas, Labor Day, and all our thirsty mates, and that brought us here today, excellent beer.
A short architectural and historical trip through our country, and we will begin by showing you Sarmisegetuza. The history of the Romanians goes so far back in time that it is hardly possible for us today to get to know exactly the beginning. Sarmisegetuza is considered now the ancient capital of Dacia, built more than 2,000 years ago, and whose vestiges can be seen in the mountains in the southwestern part of Transylvania. I must mention that Dacia is the old name of the present territory of Romania. Detailed research made by specialists in the 90s shows that Sarmisegetuza is only a small part of a huge ancient settlement estimated at 200 square kilometers, whose constructions are to be found both under and on the surface of the ground. Sarmisegetuza was an important political, cultural, and religious center. Structurally, the Dacian's capital has 3 parts: the civilian settlement, the sacred zone, and the fortress. Here lived kings, dignitaries, clerks, part of aristocracy, craftsmen, and so on. The walls of the fortress are built in the style called murus dacicus, a unique traditional construction method for defensive walls and fortifications. In the civilian part, one can see the vestiges of dwellings, workshops, fortifications, roads made of andesite and limestone. But the most interesting part is the sacred zone. There are two types of sanctuaries, rectangular and circular. That's why the complex has often been compared to Stonehenge in England. These sanctuaries seem to be a kind of calendar temple that reveals amazing astronomical knowledge. What today is an archaeological site, more than 2,000 years ago, was the capital of a flourishing state, Dacia. So you can still see images of this site. And maybe someday you will visit it, who knows? Voronezh Monastery, in the mirific north of Moldavia, also known as Bukovina. The great ruler, Ștefan cel Mare, Stephen the Great in English, founded one of his many monasteries, Voronezh Monastery. This happened in 1488. It took them only 3 months, from May till September, to finish the construction. They could be an example. Some years later, in 1547, the Metropolitan Bishop, Grigorie Roșca, takes care of the exterior paintings, finding some special craftsmen. The result was exceptional. The painting Judgment Day, which covers the whole western wall, exterior wall, is unique in the Eastern Christian art. Specialists consider it equal to the paintings of the Sistine Chapel in Rome or of San Marco in Venice. In the biblical scenes, the craftsmen introduced Romanian folk elements like clothes, towels, musical instruments. On the southern wall, one can see Ieseu's tree or Esei's tree and a kind of a history of Jesus's family. This is Ieseu's or Esei's tree. And portraits of ancient philosophers, all considered masterpieces of painting. But what made the monastery famous is the blue of Voronezh, the color which provides most of the background of the painted scenes, as famous in the world as Rubens's red or Veronez's green. The secret of this color has not been found yet, although attempts have been made. It's something very special, and what intrigued specialists is the fact that it lasted till nowadays. This color is the same for hundreds of years. Curtea de Argeș Monastery, Court of Argeș in English. In the southern part of Romania, in the region called Argeș, 150 kilometers from our capital, Bucharest, another monastery stands out in the beautiful landscape, Curtea de Argeș. The idea of building this church belonged to the ruler Neagoe Basarab in 1515. It was finished in 1517, so 3 years. Neagoe Basarab gave the idea of the church plan and also gave advice to the craftsmen, the most famous of them being Manole, who, in time, became the main personage of a well-known ballad. Neagoe Basarab and his wife, Despina, secured the best materials for the construction and also gold and silver for decorations. They wanted something special from the very beginning, something that had not been seen by them, and the result can be admired today. It is true that the church was renovated many times along the hundreds of years, but the basic idea still belongs to Neagoe Basarab. The architectural style is basically Byzantine, but the exterior decorations show Persian, Arabian, Armenian, and Georgian influences. So we could say that the whole Middle East can be traced in these exterior decorations. In spite of this, the church is entirely the creation of the Romanian architectural genius. It is worth mentioning that there is a double symbolism of the monastery. A symbol of man's sacrifice in order to create works of art for eternity, and a symbol of a whole people's sacrifice to live freely on their ancient land. After this short documentary is finished, I will invite you to see a 6-minute documentary about a building that you surely know. I won't tell its name in English. I only want to say a few words about the architect of this building, who was a woman and who was very young. She was in her early 30s when she was chosen after a very difficult contest to be the chief architect of the building site of the future building. Unfortunately, today she is almost forgotten, or almost nobody mentions her. But she still lives, and she still remains the chief architect of this building. I'm sorry. The name of the architect is Anca Petrescu. Anca Petrescu. Romanians know, and even fewer foreigners, that the construction of the tower was based on a technology discovered by the Romanian engineer, Gheorghe Pănculescu, who worked for a while in the Eiffel company. When he came back to his country, he invented a system of assembling the sleepers of the railroads, a system that was to revolutionize the field of metallic constructions in the whole world. Gustave Eiffel, who knew the Romanian engineer very well, found out about his invention, came to Romania to talk with him, and suggested applying Pănculescu's method to his project of erecting an out-of-common tower in Paris. The structure of the tower was made in 1887-1889 out of steel made at Reșița, Romania, and it also has in his composition cast iron from the furnace of Govajdia, the county of Hunedoara. So, Eiffel Tower owes much to Romania and to Romanians. And now, a final journey through Romania, where you will admire some architectural monuments of our country.
M-am născut în România, sus în piscul munților, când își schimbă vara iria pe decorul toamnelor. M-am născut cu graiul dulce, ca o vorbă din povești, ca o slova lui de dulce, ca un vin de odovești. Și orele și doinele aici au cuibul lor străbun, plecând de ieri, plecând de azi, în inimă de mult le adun. M-am născut în România, fui de șoim și de viteaz, am în suflet omenia și lumina pe obraz. La 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 m-am născut în România și cu vremea am mers. Mi-a fost de cel de leagăn Miorița cu alivers. Doina noastră cea străbună, fără semn de frumuseți, cântă țară-n voi bună versuri calde de poeți. Și ospeția e la noi de preț ca roa de smaragd. În al meu prag primesc cu drag, cu pâine și cu suflet cald. M-am născut în România, într-o casă de români, unde mândru, unde glia, unde sufletul stăpân. La 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 la
Well, now we will We are the second time of our meeting of today. So we will introduce every partner, and the first are the partners from Cyprus. And because I considered that it's time to make surprises, I prepared for every team a little introduction film, and I used your pictures, your national costumes, and your national music. And I'm very glad to introduce this. And please, it's time to come here. Cyprus team.
Hello, my name is Kogãlniceanu. I am the project coordinator. I'm very happy to be here. I'm very excited about this project. It gives me the opportunity to learn new things and meet new people. I would like to introduce my friend, my colleague Dimitris. I would like to talk about Dimitris is a design computer technology teacher.
And even this poster is their creation.
Yeah, we work together in the project. We have created this this logo and also some other design which has been included in the poster, I think. Would you like me to introduce the team? We try to involve many teachers in this project. We invited.
If you want me to start the film,
I'm going to show the film. I don't know the secrets. We're going to show the film. Okay. For this project, we have created some films, and we would like to show you. We can start with the film showing our country first. First, let me introduce you with our team. We try to involve many teachers and students for this project. And I would like to show you my colleagues on this project.
but we don't have internet.
We don't have internet connection, unfortunately. So we are a big team. We're about 13 teachers and around 60 students for this project. our teams worked very hard to produce some videos to show you. We have produced one video for our country that I would like to show you first, and then we'll show you some video about our region and our school. We also produced some video to show you how Cyprus contributed to the history of architecture. And let me start. Small village where they live there, and we have some unique houses in that area. This is some monuments from the Hellenistic period. This is in the occupied area of Cyprus. Cyprus is a divided island. Half of the island is occupied by Turkish troops, and this is, belongs to the occupied area. Some of our monuments are unique, and they are protected by UNESCO as World Heritage. Salamis. This is in Paphos. This is some theatre Curio in Amathus city, very old city. And here we have the Byzantine era. We have some unique churches, some unique architecture. This is this is another unique church. Very old. Another monastery. Our architecture has been influenced by the different rulers who came to Cyprus, and also our culture is influenced by all these different people who came to the island. Due to the strategic position of the island, many rulers wanted to conquer the island because it had a unique position in the Mediterranean Sea. This is the Venetian period. This is Nicosia, the old city of Nicosia with the walls. It was a unique structure in that period, these walls. And this is from Augusta. Augusta is also in the occupied area of Cyprus. We want the Ottoman rule. We have some castles. Cyprus through time has been a multicultural melting pot. And then we move on to the British rule, where we have some influence, we have some unique buildings built during the British rule in Cyprus. This is Larnaca. And Cyprus won its independence in 1960. And here are some traditional villages. We show you some buildings from some traditional villages we have. In the old style, they used to build their houses using stone and mud bricks. This is very, very old houses. This is some traditional bedroom. I would like to show you here. This is on the mountain, some village house built with stones. Classical style. We have an influence from Greece now. You can see the buildings we have here are influenced by the Greek architecture. This is the old Stadium Museum. These are the characteristics of these houses. And then we have modern style houses that we built now in Cyprus. And some, this is some new style house with swimming pool, like we have swimming pool now. This is modern architecture. And some hotel we have. Some modern architecture. And we have some video here, some who would like to show you what happens to the occupied area where we don't have control, so we cannot maintain the old buildings we have there and the old churches and monasteries. So let's show some video what happened to
the destruction and the trade in Cypriot antiquities became large-scale and organized. The Turkish army and the occupying regime tolerated and in many cases assisted pillage for the purpose of financial gain. Many finds by archaeological expeditions, exhibits in museums, and antiquities from private collections were illegally exported and flooded Europe. The archaeological sites that have escaped pillage have been left to the mercy of nature and the ravages of time, neglected, untended. Whatever managed to escape the clutches of illicit dealers and vandals has been left to decay. The legal owners are powerless to react because they are up against an occupying power that not only shows scant respect for the archaeological monuments, but also tries to reap financial gain by selling them. Stolen Cypriot antiquities flood foreign markets. The civilization of Cyprus is literally going under the hammer. Much of the mania of the occupying forces was directed against the churches, which were stripped of their treasures. Portable icons, liturgical vessels, vestments, and gospels took the road to the auction rooms of Europe. Many churches, after being stripped, were turned into barracks, stables, toilets, or recreation centers. Others have been destroyed or turned into mosques. The Turkish Cypriot press gave extensive coverage to this vandalism. The small church of Aios Efemianos was built in about the 13th century and is a few kilometers outside the occupied village of Lisi. It is single-aisled, cruciform with a dome, and its interior was decorated with exceptional wall paintings of the 13th century. After the invasion, the Turkish dealer Aydin Dikman stripped away the wall paintings and sold them to a family of Americans in Houston, Texas. Aydin Dikman was one of the main international dealers. He operated with the connivance of the Turkish Cypriot administration and Turkish forces, with the help of a ring of accomplices whom he had trained at universities abroad. He removed unique wall paintings from the walls of other churches and monasteries and sold them to dealers abroad. While removing the wall paintings, a number were destroyed. Trade in antiquities and the destruction of archaeological sites due to indifference have altered the cultural character of the occupied area. The cultural heritage of Cyprus is part of the world heritage. A great part of this heritage has been lost forever.
Yes, unfortunately the destruction is unbelievable. And there is nothing we can do. We almost lost most of the monuments we had in the occupied area. Now we would like to show you the video we produced about our country. Cyprus country, yeah. It's a tourist island. From around the world, mainly from England, Germany, Russia, and some other European countries. We have beautiful beaches and some unique actually beaches where very clear water. We have summer almost 9 months. Here we have good weather and we can go swimming most of the time. Visitors can also see the mountains, because we've got mountains, Toulouse mountains, where we have some snow during the winter, and visitors can do ski as well. The music for this video was produced by our students, our music group of students. They produced this music for this presentation. And the words is in Greek dialect Cypriot. So yeah, they spent quite a lot of time to produce this just for this presentation. Cyprus is a small island. We have 800,000 people living in the island. Has some unique beauty. This is from our mountains. This is Kogãlniceanu waterfalls. We have some villages that do some traditional pottery and glaze. Some sweets. This lady here makes traditional bread. Last last week. We took this video last week. This is actually from the village, from our school area. Our students took these videos. This is some olive pressing factory. In our region, there is a lot of agriculture. They grow potatoes mainly. We also have some cattle farming. Here's some traditional house. This has been influenced by Greek architecture, the blue and white. Our school belongs. This is our school, Silotimbu Regional Gymnasium. We have students from different villages, actually 4 different, Teghelia, Silotimbu, Mîtã, and Dasaki, 4 different villages. This is the seafront. We have some churches, new churches. This is a power station next to our school. Actually 3 kilometers away from our school. We have some fishing, small fishing industry, not very big. This is the village next to our school. Church of the school, of the village. This is the town hall. These videos for this presentation. 30% of our students are refugees. They come from the occupied area. In 1974, Turkey invaded Cyprus, and we had 200,000 refugees then moving to the north side. They lived in camps in those days, all these refugees people, so we have this monument to remind us what happened in the war. Some new church, this is very new. Or some people in the coffee shop sitting and drinking coffee. Our school, and this is our principal with the students. This is the teacher's room, music classroom. Our students, our chemistry teacher.
For the explosion.
We have a very good group of students and teachers doing arts. They like doing these arts. Some traditional dancing. Be surprised because you see the Greek flag, but we use the Greek flag. the Cyprus flag. Our students will break. Thank you very much.
So now